Hi, all. A short summation of the film The Dead Don't Hurt, written, directed, and starring Viggo Mortensen, about I don't know, 55-year-old man played by Mortensen, who was about 64, 65 at the time that he made the film, and meets and marries a woman, I would say a young woman, but the actress who plays her, whose name I forget, Deep or Treep, or the woman who played the object of fascination of the clothing designer, played by Daniel Day-Lewis in the hidden stitch, the hidden thread, her. So she's the wife, but she's like 41 years old. And he's, this rough and tough guy who's got a piece of land out west. And he meets her in the docks in San Francisco. And they get married. And he had been to war as a young man. And the war had gone long in Denmark. He's sort of vague about it, but there was a war in Denmark. And now here he is in the United States, and he goes to war again. But he says he has to go to war. He has to help, participate, maintain the Union and fight slavery and see what it's all about. Now, a man by the time he's 25 is too mature to want to go to war, because war is basically just doing the job and murdering people and trying not to be murdered and hoping your friends are not murdered, although they will be. So you're going to have friends murdered and you're going to murder other people's friends. That's all war is. And this idiot had already learned that in his 20s, but then here he is in his 60s, and he says romantically to his wife, I have to go. And of course, he goes, and the bad guy, who is the son of the richest guy in town, who always dresses in black and wears a hat in black and bullies and beats and brutalizes everybody like a psychopath, visits the wife. And she also, by the way, is an idiot. So they're well matched. She's an idiot because she comes to the door with a pistol, but she allows him to get too close. So he knocks her down, even though she has a pistol. And we're supposed to respect her. But she doesn't get a chance to use her pistol. And she's beaten and raped and gives birth to a boy. Then she dies of syphilis somehow. I'm not sure whether she got that from the son or whether she got it from an earlier part of her life. I don't think she would be killed by syphilis within 5 years. Perhaps, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I don't think so. Anyway, she dies of syphilis, and so he has the boy, and he leaves the vicious villain to die, but doesn't kill him, leaves him to die, I think. That's basically it. The main point that I would like to make is twofold. One, it still goes on, just like before, men taking roles, in this case, giving himself a role for someone who should have been 25 and he's 65. I mean, what? And the wife, 41, has a baby because she was raped once. What? Goes to war twice. And the style is a victim of the age of Malick. Terrence Malick made one wonderful movie, Badlands. Then he made Days of Heaven, which had its moments. And then he also did Thin Red Line, which has its brilliant moments, but is a mess. And then he made a lot of pretentious, boring stuff and taught everybody to admire, the simple sentence that has no real meaning, because that's what life is like. Desiccated language and beautiful images. The good of this movie is in the photography and in the absolutely marvelous locations. Astonishing formations in the American West. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know where they shot, but it looked like they could have shot in Wyoming, or they could have shot in Utah. They could have shot in Idaho. They could have shot any number of places. I am not very familiar with some of these wonderful places, but they look like national parks. The formations are so fascinating. But this is a classic example of a vanity project, and there are a lot of them. You know, if someone really wants to do good, then if you make it big and you become a big movie star and you have a lot of money, do what Robert Redford did. You know, help others make movies.